Hey y'all, it's Kahdjamaxine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving a 5-month Sisterlock update. Today is January 13th. It is officially 5 months to the day that I finished my installation. I did start my installation on August 11th. Then we went into the 12th, and then we finished up late at night on the 13th of August. I was loose natural at the time, which I'll include some photos. But I had been wanting locks for years, like years. And then I met an old mentor of mine in undergrad, and she had Sisterlocks, and her hair was so beautiful. And I was like, I want that. I don't want regular locks. I want whatever that's called. So I asked her, and she told me it was called Sisterlocks. Long story short, I moved to Atlanta from Massachusetts. We're not from Massachusetts, but my husband and I worked up there for 2.5 years. So I found a loctician, and originally my loctician worked through the Kia Lewis studio or the Kia Lewis salon. I don't know the last word, but if you look her up, Kia Lewis, that's who I originally made my appointment with under the loctician Ashley Grady. I got my Sisterlock. My loose natural hair was 13 inches at the time, and it was colored already. And if you don't know, it's suggested that you do not color your hair within the first year of being Sisterlock. So if you want Sisterlocks, make sure that you get your hair colored before your installation. So when I first got my Sisterlocks, which I'll insert a picture, it was about down here. And then over time, of course, like water and stuff, it draws up a bit. On one side of my hair is really thick, and then the other side is a lot more fine. But all over, I have very fine hair. So I have a very dense head of hair, but it's very fine strands, and that's just genetics. I think that the expectation when you get Sisterlocks is that you look a particular way, but you really have to just let them settle in. They're gonna do their own thing. One thing I would suggest is that you drink a lot of water. I've watched so many YouTube videos beforehand about Sisterlocks, and people are like, oh girl, my hair itches so bad, or it's dry and it's crunchy, and I have not had that happen to me once. My hair itched for 2 days after my installation because I hadn't had that type of tension on my head in a long time. For me, I have tender scalp, but I went to Ashley's house and she made me a little oil concoction. I'll leave the concoction on the screen so you all can see how to make an oil. I do not suggest this oil, neither would Ashley suggest this oil on an everyday situation. Like, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah girl, I'm finna grease my scalp. It's not that. When you have Sisterlocks, you need to stay away from oils, stay away from grease, stay away from leave-in moisturizers, especially in the first year. As long as you're drinking a lot of water, your hair will moisturize itself. My hair is very moisturized. It's so soft. It grows at a very good rate, a better rate than what it did when I was loose natural, and that's because I leave it alone. I don't over manipulate it, and I drink tons of water. I try to have at least like 4 of these a day, but honestly I go for 6. And whenever I'm with Ashley, I'm always carrying my huge gallon, and she's just like, you drink a gallon of water a day? I try to. My hair is healthy, it's growing, I drink a lot of water, I don't put any oils in my hair, I wash my hair once a month, I get it retightened once a month, and What else? I leave it alone. I do styles here and there depending on where I'm going, but honestly, this is me every day. The beauty about Sisterlocks is that it's a grid system, so I can part my hair anywhere, like evenly. Like I could just put my hands in my head, split it right down the middle. Put my hands on the side, split it right there, split it right there, split it right there, make a ponytail. Split it right here, make 2 ponytails. Like, I love that about it. It kind of it mimics just having loose hair. It's just that it's like organized. In the next portion of this video, I'm going to show you all how I braid and band my hair, and then after that I will show you all how I wash my hair. Now, I am no professional. I'm just a woman with Sisterlocks who enjoys taking care of her hair, and I do what's best for me, and my lactation says that my hair is growing great. So here I'm just showing you all that I use these rubber bands because they're colorful. It's easier to keep up with it, and then I use a scrunchie so that I keep the hair separated. I use the colorful bands to go at the bottom of the base of the hair once I'm done braiding. Here I'm trying to get it close enough so you all can see that there are shorter hairs amongst the longer hairs, and I have to try to braid them tightly into that. Also, the purpose of this shot is so that you all can see my edges are shorter because I ended up cutting some damage off of my edges before I got my Sisterlocks because I didn't know I was going to be able to just get it locked in there anyway. And so it's shorter than the rest of it. So I grouped that together to prevent it from being too many short strands in the longer strands. On the base, you want to take the colorful rubber band and tie the hair together. At the base of your braid, you want to make sure that you leave enough space to fit the palms of your fingers in there to rub the scalp a bit. You don't want to make it too tight to the point where the water and the shampoo can't get down into the root of the hair. Then you want to make sure that you're braiding it all the way. Y'all, I was ashy. I'm sorry. I shot all of that and didn't realize I was ashy. So you want to make sure you braid it all the way down, twirl it up at the bottom, basically curl the end up, take your rubber band, start from the top and just start banding it all the way down. Sometimes I'll have to get a second rubber band to make sure that bottom, like the flower bud portion of it is super secure so that once the water hits it, it won't start to unravel. And now you have your hair braided and banded. First, what I do is I take this bottle and it's filled with about this much water. And then I'll take the Sisterlock starter shampoo, and it's very liquidy. So I only use, I may use like 4 drops, maybe 5 drops. And then, don't tell Ashley I do this, but I drop in some tea tree shampoo, like 2 drops. Just so that I can like get that tingly feeling and really refresh my scalp. And I'll shake it up in this bottle, and then I try to get, you want to leave some space at the root so you can get the water down in there. So I just spray my scalp. Now you can definitely just get in the shower and put shampoo all over your head and just get the scrubbing, but this helps me to control the amount of shampoo that's going into my hair, as well as helps me save on this because, child, this comes free with your installation. So if you go to someone, they should be giving you a like welcome kit. If you're not getting a welcome kit, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna go there. Some other videos like to talk about that type of stuff. I don't. But to get the bigger bottle of this after this is gone, it's like $21, I think, and so I'm just taking my time with this. I like to get my edges really well because I wear edge control sometimes. Not often at all, honestly. Okay, so now that I look like Coolio, I just wanted to pop on real quick before I hop in the shower and say, on a regular day, I will wear one of these in the shower. Sometimes I put my satin cap on and then put this on, but that's just out of, I don't know, maybe laziness, so I can just snatch it off when I get out the shower and get in the bed without having to put it on after. No big deal. But on a regular day, I will wear this in the shower so that my hair doesn't get wet. Within the first year of your Sisterlock journey, you do not want to put any water on your hair unless you are washing your hair. So that's no like dunking your head in a swimming pool. Every once in a while, I'll take the same bottle and spray it with just water. I'll spray it on my scalp if I feel like my scalp is dry and I do want a bit of refresh. But again, I don't put oil on my hair. I don't refresh my hair or combat dryness or like staleness. Like sometimes I'll get a little dandruff. I don't combat that with oil. I combat that with water. Like with loose natural hair, you want to go ahead and just rinse the hair off and get whatever shampoo I sprayed in there off of there. Then I go in and scrub my roots a bit with a little bit more shampoo that I squeeze a tiny bit into my hand. Then I wring my hair out so that I can get some of the dirt out. And then I go back in and put a little bit of shampoo in my hands to scrub the ends of my locks. Now, once I'm done, I like to wring it all out just to help with drying time. This is the finished result. I have braided and banded my whole head. I have carefully used my scissors to take the bands out, and I took my braids out. And now once you take the braids out, you want to just like, you want to make sure to run your fingers. I use these two fingers usually. Like, I use these two fingers because they're, I don't know, they're kind of good for directions. But you want to go in your scalp so that you can make sure that sometimes some of the locks want to attach to each other. So basically you're running your fingers through your scalp, not necessarily your hair, but going at the roots so that you can pull apart any locks that are trying to grow together. You definitely want to catch that. Let's say you wash your hair at the first of the month and you don't have an appointment until like the 20th. It'll be great for you to go ahead and separate those locks so they don't start to settle in by the time your appointment comes. Okay, y'all, it is several days after my appointment. I'm vlogging from my cell phone because I'm not in shambles. I shouldn't say that. Anyway, Ashley has done my hair. Now, when I first left the shop, y'all, this was like fresh baby hair laid with a relaxer. I don't know how she does it, but oh my God, it just be sitting. And I'd be like, yes, girl. But you can see how flat my edges are. She tried a new technique this time, which I love. She wanted to help me keep my hair kind of full, and I've laid on it, so it's more flat than it was. But usually when I go get my retie, my hair is a little, like, way more flat. So this is it at 5 months.